Well, we believe that our dual revenue stream business model is actually the perfect model. And we're really glad we have that. We are one of the very few players in the world and in the market that actually pursues a freemium strategy. So if you think about some of the other co-market participants, such as Starzplay or Netflix, they have a single subscription-driven revenue model. We have the free front porch with massive audience, high engagement that users come to and use for free to enjoy the content they want. And then we upsell from that free audience to the subscription audience. We think this is the ideal way to ultimately build a very healthy base of subscriber and a very strong and large revenue stream from subscription. What we've suffered from in the past is the lack of clear distinction between the two offers. It wasn't clear to the consumer, what is Shahid, what is Shahid Plus, what is the difference, why should I consider paying? We need to crystallize those benefits much more distinctly and communicate them much more effectively to our audience. So that's really what's driving the change in strategy for Shahid Plus. But look, we are in a phase of our business where we are adding and growing the available features on the platform rapidly. We've been very public about saying that the experience we provide our users today is not quite where it needs to be to qualify as a world-class over-the-top streaming experience. Whether that is recommendations and personalization, whether it is continue watching, whether it is the ability to take shows with you even when you're not connected to the internet at any given time. Those are all functionalities and features we're working on that are expected by the user today, given what other platforms offer. So we spent 2019 building and growing our product and technology, and we are launching many of these features in the next few months. And then we will be at a point where I think we have a service that is actually optimized for engagement and will allow us to get to the next level in consumption, number of hours consumed, and also convert more of these free users to become subscribers. In many ways, Shahid, when it started, was ahead of its times. In 2011, it was the first catch-up platform in the region. It's done very well. We have a very healthy advertising business on Shahid. I think when it comes to Shahid Plus, launched later, I believe 2016, as I mentioned earlier, it was never really well defined and clearly differentiated from Shahid. Never really got the level of attention and investment that is necessary to really build a regionally successful and defensible subscription business. So when I spoke about turning up the heat, I meant on all levels, accelerating what we do and how we do it. We need to do more, and we need to do it much better than we have in the past. That starts with product and technology, where we are launching a whole set of features and functionalities on the front end facing the consumer that will make us more competitive. Also improving our back-end technology, so we are actually better able to transact subscriptions, segment and talk to our customers on a targeted basis, etc. So there's a lot going on product and technology. We're investing heavily in content. We are producing original content, both short-form originals, some of which you will hear about in the next few weeks, actually, when we premiere our first short-form original, and then also long-form originals. So those are dramas, comedies, horror, thriller, all kinds of content genres that we produce in Lebanon, in Egypt, in Saudi, in the Gulf. We are committed to produce north of 8 of these long-form shows next year. These will be available exclusively to our subscribers, and they are produced with the highest quality production partners and talent. We think we have a chance to really help lift the level of quality in TV content that is produced in this region. Business we are in is actually a super capital intensive business. If you want to get to scale in this business, and scale being a prerequisite of being able to establish competitive moats that can be defended. If you want to reach scale, you really need significant investment into content, technology, and marketing. We've gone to our board here at NBC when they brought me in. The commitment was that they would back this effort with a sizable investment that allows us to build for the long term and not be necessarily focused on immediate profitability, which is in our DNA as a company. We've been the most successful large media company company in the region, and we've always done very well financially. So it's in the DNA to focus on profitability. But in this business, we need years and years of investing into growth, into building our audience, into building scale, so that when we get to that scale and we can defend against competition from market entry, we can then turn and focus on profitability at that point. The investment we're making is in the hundreds of millions of dollars. And that's about as much as I can say about it, but it is the single most relevant and biggest investment the group has ever made.